Man rescues a chained wild horse, moments later receives the most surprising reaction. Its legs were tied so badly that the chains had started cutting into the flesh. He quickly rushed to the animal's side, wondering how he was going to save him. But under the chains was something even more horrid. Horses are the most majestic and exquisite creatures in existence, filled with beauty and compassion. Sadly, there are many people who treat them in terrible ways. However, this kind stranger came to this horse's aid and saved its life. The way the horse was grateful to this man was absolutely unforgettable. Most people are great with his beautiful creatures. But in several parts of the world, it is common practice to join a horse's front or hind legs. This is mainly for capturing wild horses for either hunting or sport. In Romania, trapping horses like this is incredibly common. Fortunately for one young horse in need, someone came to its rescue. This practice of joining the legs often hurts the horses or can even end up crippling the poor animal. When this man discovered the wild horse caught in chains, he knew it was not looking good for the young horse. The kind stranger turned out to be a local vet, and he immediately knew what to do. When he saw one horse with its legs chained so tightly that the bonds were beginning to cut through the horse's flesh on the feet, Michael rushed to the horse's side carefully as he didn't want to alarm it. He knew that he had to set this horse free, and soon before the terrifying damage became permanent. The chains had been wrapped very tightly around the horse's ankles, and the circulation could be getting cut off, which could make the horse lose its ability to ever walk again. Michael took out the wire cutters and began to get to work on all the chains. Michael started with the first set of chains around the front hooves of the horse. Michael could see that the chains had been there for days and had even started to rip into the horse's flesh. Michael began to loosen the chains enough so that he could slip his wire cutters between the clasps and begin to cut the chain. The horse was breathing rather heavily, which wasn't a good sign, so the vet kept working and continued to snip away more sections of the chain. Soon, the vet had cut away all the chains on the front legs of this horse until he noticed something else that appeared to be causing the horse an immense amount of pain. The chains were already painful, but what the vet discovered under the chains was truly awful. Under the chains, caught between the horse's hoof, was a balled-up mess of sharp metal wires. The metal wires had been there for quite some time as it was quite deep in the horse's foot. Removing this wired mess would not be pleasant for the little horse, but it still had to be done. With his gloves, the vet began to remove the wire mess from the center of the horse's foot. The horse made a little noise but soon became still as Michael had fully removed the sharp pain that was in its hoof. The little animal was almost free until the vet noticed the very same problem with the other hoof. Once again, he began to carefully extract the sharp fragments of broken wire from the other foot. This time the horse seemed calmer about it as she knew what was going on and knew what to expect. The vet had finally removed all the wire from between the hooves of this young horse, and he almost had the young animal free. He just had a few more sections of chain to quickly cut away, and then the horse would finally be free. Finally, the little horse was completely free from all the wire. The horse let out an immediate sound of relief, and Michael checked all of its feet one last time before taking a few steps back and helping the animal right back up on its feet again. But what happened next completely surprised the vet. Seeing the beautiful creature being set free was rewarding enough for the vet, but he was certainly not prepared for the thanks he was about to receive. The horse instantly leaned in and gave the vet a quick but playful kiss on the face. The vet was so stunned at the gesture that he just let out a chuckle and stared at the little animal. The two had once been complete strangers, but now they were friends. The horse soon galloped away to hopefully live a long life away from hunters and horse traps. This kind and incredibly compassionate gesture by the vet towards this helpless little horse was all captured on a video by none other than the vet's partner, who had been carefully observing the whole situation from afar. The video was so truly heartwarming that the two simply had to post it on social media to share with the rest of the world. Sure enough, this beautiful exchange between the man and the horse went on to become a viral hit. Horses are animals who absolutely love to have the freedom to roam around. They're born with long legs that are meant for running on, along with impeccable eyesight and almost 360-degree vision. In fact, nothing is more of a symbol of absolute freedom than that of a horse just running down a field, with its mane just blowing in the wind and hooves galloping. Horses, along with any other animal we can think of, simply do not deserve to be chained up. It's simply not in their nature to stand in one spot all day, and they truly deserve the freedom to stretch their legs,